Today, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, talking about the daily chart, the 4-hour time frame. We're going to be talking about Ethereum, and I'll be showing you my target points exactly, and I'll be talking about where I think we're going. We're going to be sharing the total crypto market cap, and finally, we'll also be talking about the US dollar index and how it's important for crypto. So if you want to know how to get started with trading, where to buy, where to sell, then please continue watching the video, leave a like on it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's get started. So first of all, we're going to be starting with the Bitcoin chart on the daily time frame. Now, what have we been seeing? I've been drawing this exactly out on a map in case I go too fast for you guys, but basically, we've been seeing a downtrend happening ever since June last year. We saw the downtrend happening. We went back down even further. We had a deviation for a tiny bit, and then we actually broke out of the downtrend in January of this year. We then reclaimed the support that was drawn over here. And ever since then, we have been setting higher highs and higher lows, which is usually a bullish move. Now, as you can see, we've been having a uptrend lately, and we actually broke the uptrend, unfortunately, on August of this year. So we dropped back down. We've been sort of consolidating, having a tiny move. And as you can see, the weekly mid-range support has been held. Now, we had a huge pump lately when the Bitcoin ETF was approved, or the fake news basically came out. And the question is, will we actually bounce from up here towards the weekly resistance and continue even higher? If we do, we will set a new higher high, which is a bullish move happening for Bitcoin. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, which I think is important as well to see where we're possibly heading. As you can see, we had a good pump happening March 2023 of this year, and we've actually been inside of this range for 7 months already. So the market itself is quite boring as we speak. We saw us hitting the support, or the resistance, sorry. We actually retraced back down and perfectly bounced back from the support. We then had a huge pump up. We traded a tiny bit above the support, but the resistance, sorry, but unfortunately dropped down back once again. Basically, we had a small pump and a small dump all within a couple months' time. Now, we've actually been consolidating, and ever since we've been trying to go up, like I said in the previous chart, we saw us hitting that resistance that we hit before with the ETF news, and instantly we dropped back down. And now the question is, will we actually go up? Now, what are the targets to watch, you might ask? As you can see, I've clearly written down a liquidity box because I think it's important to look at the liquidity right now to see where we would be opening a position. Now, looking at the liquidity, we can see that around 26, which is 26.2 towards 26.6, around this area over here. We're seeing a huge liquidity pool happening. So that will be my target to watch. Let's say we go down. I'd say the liquidity area would be good to start opening a long to go up. Obviously, I do prefer us not going down towards the liquidity range, but I prefer to go up insanely fast towards resistance, but only time will tell. Now, next, looking at Ethereum, and why is Ethereum important, you might ask, is because Ethereum is the biggest altcoin there is, and usually whenever Ethereum does something, altcoins do the same thing on steroids. So what are we seeing with Ethereum? Pretty much the same. We've had a downtrend happening before, and we actually broke out of that downtrend earlier in January of this year. We then started to move up, and we've been deviating a tiny bit above the weekly resistance, just like Bitcoin, and then actually dropped down. Now, the uptrend has been going on ever since December 2022, and we actually failed and dropped down through the uptrend, unfortunately. Now, something that is important to watch right now is that it's actually below the mid-range, while Bitcoin is actually trading above the mid-range, as we just saw. So what this means is that Ethereum right now is looking weaker than Bitcoin. So right now it's more going towards a Bitcoin season than an altcoin or Ethereum season. But it's important to watch Ethereum, obviously, at all times. So then looking at the 4-hour time frame for Ethereum, we unfortunately see a clear downtrend happening and a descending channel happening. Now, like I said, we have been bouncing from the weekly mid-range support over here, over here, over here. And the question is right now, will we actually bounce towards that triangle or that channel, sorry, or will we break down even further? Now, the area to watch to open a long would be the daily demand zone, as we hit over here in March 2023. And once we actually fail to get that level, we'll be seeing us down towards the support at around 1K80. Now, if we actually do get a decent bounce from the daily demand, hopefully we'll break out of this channel, and then the resistance would be next, which is at around 2K area for Ethereum. Now then, something that we want to watch is the total crypto market cap. Now, we've been having a downtrend since July 2023, like we said before. And right now, the key level that we need to flip is around the 330 bill market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if that actually happens and we go up, I'd say altcoins are about to fly, because that would mean we're getting a good pump in the total market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that means altcoins are flying. If we actually stay inside of this range, like I said over here, we will be seeing some chop movement, which would mean nothing's really happening and all we see is some red. And even worse than that is if we go towards the support of around 300 million and actually lose that, then alts will be bleeding very, very heavily, and you do not want to be in altcoins at that time. Now, before we actually continue to the dollar index, one minor tip: if you want to get started with trading, then use Bybit. I've got a link in the description below to get the best amount of fees and the best amount of deposit bonuses. It's the exchange that you want to trade on right now. It's got high liquidity. The user interface is very good. It's easy to open longs and shorts. And right now they're busy with the Dutch market. So if you're a Dutch person, then you want to get signed up with Bybit as well. So click the link in the description below if you want to get started with trading. And also, reminder, subscribe to the YouTube channel so it keeps me motivated to make more of these videos like this one. And follow me on Twitter. That's @altcryptogems for more daily crypto content. So let's get started with the last chart. So the dollar index. Now, the dollar index is important to watch as well, because usually whenever the dollar goes up, that means Bitcoin is going down. Now, the reason for that is risk assets at that point are less attractive. So Bitcoin or crypto is less attractive because the dollar will be having a strong move upwards, and vice versa as well. Once the dollar goes down, then usually you see Bitcoin going up. Now, what we saw is Bitcoin got rejected at the resistance in July 23, and from that moment on, the dollar index has been pumping. Now, we actually reclaimed the support over here and have seen a uptrend happening just where we saw the Bitcoin downtrend happening. Now, we actually broke through the weekly resistance for the dollar, which was crazy and obviously bad news for crypto and Bitcoin. And right now is the question, will we go towards this previous area? And if we do, then Bitcoin does have the possibility to drop hard, as we'd see a rally for dollar. However, even if we're consolidating here, it's still not a good time for Bitcoin, because usually you consolidate a bit and eventually you consolidate like this and eventually go up back towards that level. So hopefully we will see a dump happening for the dollar soon, which would mean the Bitcoin price and the crypto price would go up. Now, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Just a reminder, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter for more daily crypto content. I will be releasing a video on altcoins very soon, so reminder to stay updated. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys at the next one.